Good morning, good people. Happy Monday. Brand new work week. It's kind of wet morning today. Been raining this morning. So, it's, like I said, it's wet outside. Go ahead, jump right into it. Memory verse, reflection verse of the day. Deuteronomy 11:19, which states, "And ye shall teach them your children, speaking of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up." And what he's saying, what's happening right here is the Israelites getting ready to enter into the promised land. They've gone through the 40 years in the desert. Um, they're on the verge of taking, pieces and parcels of the promised land until they, go in to dominate it or whatnot. And they're going into a land full of idol worshippers, the Canaanites. And Canaanites, they worship all kinds of different gods and entities and whatnot, fertility gods, grain gods, rain gods, seed gods, just whatever they thought it was that was actual cause of that land being so fertile, that land being the land of milk and honey. And so Moses again had just given them again the Ten Commandments, um, which again the Ten Commandments are those matters that speak on how would our relationship to be going up from us to God, and what our relationship should be with each other, horizontally, man to man, human to human. And after he gave the Ten Commandments, he then also goes into all of the different wondrous works that those people saw God do, the plagues in Egypt, the delivering from Egypt, the splitting of the Red Sea, the having the Red Sea fall on the Egyptians, manna in the desert, water from the rock, just what he did to Reuben's two sons who was stealing, splitting open the earth and swallowing them up in their families and all their possessions and everything. And so they like, y'all, he's telling them, y'all know this stuff. Y'all know God ain't playing about what he say right now. Right? So all this stuff that what we just talked about, I need you to teach it to your children. You need to be talking about it to them whenever you're sitting in the house, when you're walking by the way, when you go to lay down, and when you go to rise up. So basically that covers everything. When you're chilling in the crib, when you're out handling business, when you're getting ready to go to sleep, and when you get up to do work and live and all that stuff. That's how diligent we should be in uh, in teaching our children the things and the ways and the matters of God, because it's the world that you live in is so corrupted, so polluted, so much idol worship, so much just sin out there, that a lot of times that sin can be enticing, especially if you don't feel like you're hearing directly from God, or in those times where it feels like God is silent. You can look around at other people and you can see them doing their dirt and whatever and getting away with it. You see somebody got a lot of money and they doing it by scams and, you know, frauds and selling dope and whatever the case may be, or, you know, just somebody popular and they, messy and gossiping and always spilling the tea and just whatever the case may be, right? That's the kind of world we live in. So while living in that kind of world, we got to be diligent, not only with remembering those things for ourselves, those things of God, His commandments, the way our relationship is supposed to be with Him, the way our relationship is supposed to be with each other, the blessings for living in accordance with that, and the judgments and punishments for not living in accordance with that. We should be so diligent in remembering those things and teaching those things to our children that we should be doing that day and night, night and day, in the house, out the house, laying down, getting up, all that type of good stuff. That's how diligent we should be. And that's another reason why why I do these videos. Not that I'm necessarily trying to call any of y'all children. I don't see it like that. But I'm reminding me night and day, day and night, laying down, rising up. I mean, y'all always see me sitting down, but I'm trying to remind me all day throughout the day what God has done for me, what my sins have gotten me into, how I'm supposed to be towards God, how I'm supposed to be towards man. And that's what this is for me. This is, like I said, a way to hold me accountable. And that's the diligence that it takes, because if you let it go for one moment, ain't no telling what you'll allow yourself to believe, what you'll convince yourself. If you don't stay focused on God and what He's called you to do, it's so easy for the devil to put influences in your life that make going left when you should go right, make that look so much more attractive, make it look like it's going to be so much more appealing. But the devil don't never really give you the fine print. He give you the prescription medicine, the prescription medicine commercial before all those lawsuits forced them to start putting some of the side effects into the commercial. When they told you, just, you take this, it's gonna have this result, right? And it may have that result for a time being, but then it's also gonna have other side effects. Now those commercials, they all have the side effects listed, but they speed right through them. And then a lot of times the side effects be worse than the thing that you go to deal with, right? And it's the same thing in the spiritual world. So that's why we're supposed to stay focused on God, stay in right relationship with Him, and stay in right relationship with each other. Again, that's all I got for you today. So I'm gonna let y'all go. So as always, be good, stay out of trouble, stay out the way of that Rona. Take Jesus with you everywhere you go. May God's will be done on earth as it is in heaven, and may God's will be done in you and me. And I holler.